back to topic. We're looking at dating in the 21st century. How has that changed as compared to when our fathers or grandfathers started dating? What were some of the things that where we could do openly or we could not do openly? What were some of the things that you need to be vested on before you get into a serious relationship with a guy or a girl? What does it take basically, for one to have that one serious person as their date or as that person they see to be, I mean, their future companion should they eventually get married? Obviously, some things have changed, no doubt about that. Dating culture 10 years ago, 20 years ago is not the same as what we have today, especially in the midst of a very vibrant social media users. That would definitely play a significant role because I mean, you could be somewhere far away, miles away, of kilometers away from each other, but you're still dating, and as a result of social media, so we cannot omits that part from the dating culture now in the 21st century. My colleagues are here, are going to be assisting me, delving into the conversation. Hafiz Gunum is prepped up, ready for action. And you also, my dear listener, you can also hit us up on +23320706468 is the WhatsApp line. Hafiz,
Yeah, Barry.
here we are.
Yeah.
When was the last time you dated?
Ish. That's it. Can we forget you asked that? Maybe I will answer.
It's
later.
on record. It's being recorded.
I'll answer
people
later.
okay, you answer later. Okay, that's fine. No, we can't forget. We can only skip.
Charlie.
Okay.
This why you're putting me on the spot like this.
No, I mean it could be last year, 2 years.
I'm saying I'll answer later.
All right, that's fine. But you still need to answer for the sake of our listener. So yeah, dating culture 21st century. Here we are.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how far back you're taking this, but a lot has changed on the dating scene. Yes, I mean these days we have two groups of generations that are always at each other's throats. There are the millennials and there are
The Gen Zs.
the Gen Zs.
Right.
That sometimes even mockingly they refer to certain things millennials do, and Gen Zs also return the favor every now and again. So I mean it tells you just how much things have changed. Now when you narrow the conversation down to dating and what actually goes into it these days, of course, I mean back in the day growing up, you were told stories about how your parents met or how the elderly folks did things. I mean, I remember listening to stories about how even chiefs in my part of the
spouses.
world,
How they got married.
got married or get wives. Normally, the chief sees a lady he's interested in. You are off to the stream, and then he sends a
Sends his
delegation,
elder men to.
and they grab you. That's it. So they grab you to the chief's house. The next thing is the delegation to your parents' house.
I mean, you should be honored that the chief has expressed interest in you.
Something
That's
like
how
that.
it is.
So
like
it was
that.
it was a thing of pride for families.
Right.
So you had no saying. Let's date.
You
Let's
know-
talk about.
We don't get time. Let's get
nothing like that.
cut to the chase, man.
Exactly. So there was a thing like that. Now fast forward to this generation
Right.
and how we go about things. Now these days it's not just about even meeting the parents, and I mean a lot of the time some of these old ways of doing things and certain steps that we would have considered proper back in the day, these days I mean they are almost non-existent. And add that to the pressures of owning these devices where we spend most of our time on, then it changes the whole dynamics when it comes to dating these days.
Right.
I mean, these days we spend most of our times on the internet, social media. So we connect in various forms or ways. And you could even decide to even date someone that is not even, in your vicinity or your immediate locality.
An avatar, basically.
and it's so interesting how technology in itself has changed the dynamics in the way we date. So I'm just going to list a few things about the way it has changed, comparing it to back in then. Now let's start with online presence or activity when it comes to dating.
Right.
Now these days, just by owning a device, and it's time to maybe mark a milestone. Your online activity is very important. That's why even the picture display or your DP, they call it these days on WhatsApp, is very important. Okay. The lady or the guy you are with sees that he or she is not
On your
your
DP,
DP
there's a
becomes a
trouble.
problem. When sometimes they post stuff and they look at the views list, your name doesn't pop up, it becomes a problem. So even in the way you handle or use your online, conduct yourself online, it goes in a long way to affect who you date or how you date. Yes, we've seen stories about how even how people have broken up over just WhatsApp conversations. Yes, because you took too long to reply. That's how much it has eaten deep into the dating culture or the dating scene these days. Then there's this activity. There's this thing about who pays for what these days. Now, of course, women are very assertive these days. Back in the day, they were all too comfortable, being taken out on a date and have the guy pay for it. Now, a lot of these days, women will tell you, okay, no, I can pay for my stuff because they don't have that thing hanging like you owe him or yes, definitely owe him something just because he paid for stuff or at the dinner table.
Right.
So you would have ladies also these days offering to pay
At the table.
at the table. Now, some men would take offense to that. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, because he feels, well, I invited you or I'm taking you out. It's my treat. I should be the one paying for it.
Right.
Yes. And so you have this whole gender wars even going on the side. Okay, because one feels, I'm independent. Okay. I'm a feminist. I can pay. Blah, blah, blah. I equally work. So let's play things 50-50. And you see the whole dynamics of who gets to pay what or who leads what becomes an issue in the dating scene these days. So if you are looking to go out with someone in the millennial or Gen Z category, it is something you would have to be mindful about.
Right.
As to what you're going to do. Then there's also chivalry. Being a gentleman, opening the door, cuddle for her, going on a dinner, and then for some reason, someone
pulling the
said,
seats for her to sit down.
and you go out on a cold night, you are carrying your jacket because you've seen the weather.
Yeah.
Someone decides not to carry their jacket.
And you have
but
to give yours to
you have to
them,
give yours.
carry their bags.
I mean, who made these rules anyway? So, but
Nobody made them, but they eventually became a thing over time.
exactly. But there's this thing they tell you. I mean, you should be chivalrous. I mean,
Why
being a
should you be?
gentleman.
Says-
Even when you are walking, the understanding is that she's supposed to be on your right.
Yes.
Not on your left.
Yes.
All these rules. So, someone that doesn't know this and decides to go out, of course, you are going to be evaluated by some of these checkers, and unfortunately, you might fail. Then these days, we have something called the talking stage, whatever that is. Maud will tell you a lot about that. I'm sure she
Talking
mentioned it.
stage. Oh yeah, where we're talking.
Where you spend
I
so
hear that a
much time
lot.
on the
That's
phone
very true.
and talk about meaningless stuff, but somehow you enjoy it.
No,
So, you talk about your lost
I
dog.
mean, Hafiz would know.
Huh?
How?
Hafiz would know.
How?
He used to be Mr. Romantic before that girl did whatever it is she
Which
did.
girl?
And then he became
We are
who
losing
he
track.
is
Can we
now.
continue?
No, wait. We're not talking about Hafiz here. We're talking about.
I'm
dating
just
culture.
saying that Hafiz would know about the different stages where
What has that
you're
got to do
talking
with
to
anything?
somebody before you know you're lying on top of your fridge.
On
Can
top
we
of your
continue?
fridge.
Yeah.
That's veering off, and that could cause an accident.
That's actually not veering off. Don't you see these memes of like when a relationship is fresh, when you meet somebody, the conversation is so nice.
So okay.
That's
So juicy.
Tell us
Sometimes you're even ironing your ties and your shirts.
And you don't even know. I mean, there are images of people, sitting on top of their air conditioners,
fridges,
being
hanging
Spider-Man in
on
their
top of-
rooms, and
Yes.
because of how sumptuous.
It's one of those things you talk to the point and maybe you are running out of conversation and someone is asking, what soup did your mom prepare today?
Oh,
So and you're calling and texting and doing all kinds of things. But I mean, when you don't understand this stage too, then it becomes an issue because someone tell you that look, I mean, you think you are being romantic, but you are just killing the sexual vibe that exists. So at the end of the day, before you
Okay.
know it, you send hello, hi, and oh my you. Yeah, because you've killed all the sexual tension that existed
Right.
between you two. That caused the attraction in the first place. So I mean, yes, you want to be romantic, but be measured in your approach. But if you don't know this in the dating system these days,
yeah.
you'd have trouble, landing a date.
Okay.
Then, maybe lastly, before I, go further, there's also the celebration of milestones these days. I mean, the anniversaries.
Anniversary. A
You
year
dare not forget.
anniversary. Yeah.
There's the birthdays.
How
You
did
dare
you
not
forget?
forget.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
yo, why do we take these things so dear?
Ask them. Ask them.
And mostly,
And Valentine's Day.
I stand to be corrected on this one. Mostly these, what do you call it? What protest or advocacy, or I don't even know where to categorize it, but the feel or the zeal to want to just make you know that how important my birthday is coming from the ladies. You forgot my birthday.
Because men don't really care about their birthdays.
So-
Yes, I mean, well,
Someone said, I mean, a birthday is just one step closer to
to your grave. Yeah, true that. Very
But
true.
it depends on how you look at it. You can look at the bottle half full or half empty. So it's just the same thing. But I mean, birthdays, anniversaries. I mean, you dare not miss these milestones. I mean,
Anyway,
it
but
becomes
isn't that more of like a cultural borrowing? This is a thing in the Western space, yes, but we have made it our thing now in the
culture
African.
is what? Culture is created.
Yeah,
Anyway, so
we okay.
Yeah,
No,
it's
but
manufactured.
and it's copied as well. We can copy it, and this one is something that I believe we copied because
What do you mean?
what?
We mark 1 year death anniversaries.
Valentine's
Why?
Day is what?
Why are we not marking 1 year
Since
relationship
when?
anniversary?
Since when? Who marks it?
You mark 1 year death anniversary.
Yes!
So mark
When?
1 year of birth anniversary.
So we cannot mark 1 year of us
Relationship.
being
That's
together, of you being my boo, and
That's
like
too-
me being your boo.
Technically,
and
when did the
all of
relationship
that.
start?
It used not to be a
Wait,
thing
wait,
here.
How do you measure your anniversary? Is it the day she said yes? Is it the day you met?
No,
I
no,
mean,
no, no.
what's the
Usually they mark the anniversary. They mark the anniversary with, I think, the day
Yeah, I
one
was even
person
about to ask.
asks and the person says yes.
So that
So,
marks
so
the
like
beginning.
yeah. So when we officially start dating,
So what happens to the day you got married?
and that one too is there.
Eh?
No, I mean,
You said-
no. If you date a person and then it leads to marriage, then there's no point in celebrating when you said yes to the person.
You said yes at the church. Don't forget.
Yeah, so then going forward, you're celebrating the marriage anniversary and not when I
So
agree
hold
to
on,
be
hold on.
your
Let me just get this straight. Let me just get this straight. So you date. So here's the case, right?
Yeah.
You date someone for like 4-5 years. Let's say 5 years minimum, right? And then in the sixth year, you got married, right?
Yeah.
So what are you gonna celebrate? How do you celebrate that? Are you gonna celebrate the 5 years of you guys being
No,
together?
you celebrate
anniversary?
the marriage.
So you don't celebrate all the times you guys have been together.
No, that one has become
The
backlog.
clock starts at the marriage.
The
The
marriage.
clock starts at the marriage, so then the relationship has advanced into a marriage. So we celebrate the marriage instead.
So if it's still the relationship
Dating,
space, you
okay.
celebrate
then
the
it's still
relationship. there.
dating, yeah.
Wow, there's a lot of work in
And these
there.
days they've added Valentine's to the mix. That one we are still fighting.
It's not we have
But
added.
I haven't said anything.
You said they have added. Like it
it could be
is.
anybody. So
But women are more romantic than men.
that's debatable. But let's go.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
that actually is debatable, but
Then-
because there are some men
Uh-huh.
who are more romantic than their women.
I'm not. There are. I'm not. I'm looking at the percentage, the ratio. I think women.
Barry.
Yeah, anyway,
Let's go.
that's
This is your
debatable. Anyway, so 21st century dating.
Yeah, I mean, I'll start with reading this tweet that I saw some time ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the person said, either we are together or we are single. I'm not going through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stages of dating that you all made up 2 years ago because you all didn't know what you want. And then somebody came to reply the tweet with, we are just texting. We are just talking. We are just hanging out. We just went on a couple of dates. We are hooking up, going on dates, but it's not a thing yet. So these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stages that the previous tweet mentioned.
Imagine this grammar.
I mean, dating these days, man, is
It's hell.
Charlie.
So,
Finding love these days is,
so
is-
who made it this complicated?
I don't know. I mean, you won't. I don't think it's social media. I think it's people evolving and learning new things, and like you said, culture assimilation and all of that.
Right.
I think we can blame that.
Because even dating doesn't even last long. How much more marriage?
Dating is not actually dating is just we are going out to spend some time and talk and get to know each other. That's what dating is. It's not even actually the relationship.
So there's the date.
So there's a dating,
the
and then
relationship.
when you get into, like, when you become like boyfriend, girlfriend, that is the
Become
relationship.
exclusive.
So dating is, we are meeting up, we are talking over the phone, we are texting, we are getting to know each other. That is what dating is.
Okay. Is it per you or
Generally.
Because someone would say we're dating and they're actually together. They're living together.
Okay, they say
It's
it,
not like
but
someone
So
on the
every-
throw and you're already the
Dating.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
There.
I mean, because
people say that
everybody-
dating is supposed to be with the time where we are getting to know each other. We are going out.
Okay.
You're coming to see me. We are spending time talking.
right. That's
So when it
dating.
becomes, that's what dating is supposed
But
to
you've
be.
not
When we
expressed
start
love
talking, yes.
Right.
Then we become exclusive. Then it's a relationship. But these days, Charlie,
Everything is mixed
it's
up.
like
Chiboom.
then you meet somebody, and in the past it used to be you see this girl, you see this boy, Charlie, I want to be
But
with
let
you.
me just chip in here a bit on the dating. Now, dating doesn't necessarily start with one party saying yes. Because at the end of the day, take for instance, you are married, and then for some reason, your wife is spending endless time on the phone with somebody else
Okay.
and talking, and they are all friends and everything. Of course, when you pick up the phone and everything, you see that you're going to get angry, not because she's doing anything or she's done anything.
But the
with
time
person,
she's spending on the phone.
but the sort of conversation they're having, cozying up to each other, because a relationship is just about saying yes or no, but
There is more to it, yeah.
exposing certain
Expression,
bits
yeah.
and pieces of yourself to someone, being that vulnerable to that level. That's a relationship you have.
Right, yeah.
You could
yeah.
call it whatever you want, but that's a relationship.
There's a certain
right there.
kind of, yeah. It could be formal or informal, yeah.
I don't know if you get me. So you don't necessarily have to put a label on it. Oh, you are my boyfriend, you're my girlfriend. That's so
So you
like
see,
what?
that is where the problem is. People doing things and not wanting to put a label. That's why all of these things, it is the labeling that has brought about all of these different types of things that people are doing. Oh, we're just talking. Friends with benefits. Sneaky link. All of that. bull.
tell us.
Because if you ask me right now, you would okay, maybe I would say I have a good relationship with what? Miley, right? But it's not romantical, it's not something
No,
romantic.
we're not even. That one is platonic. We are talking about romantic right now. That's what I'm saying. In the past, it used to be so simple. Boy meets girl. Boy expresses interest in girl.
And then girl accepts.
Girl accepts or declines. When girl accepts, you are my boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend, we are together. That's it.
Fire begin.
But these days, it has become so many things. Like, we just met and it's too soon, and we are talking and we are just dating and we are hooking up and seeing where it goes, and we are
So what do you
friends
call
with
that? That stage.
Friends with benefits.
friends
FWBs.
with benefits, and there's sneaky links.
So-
And
So it's as a result of the evolution of how people
I
have
think
changed.
it is the people having in my opinion, it is people having a problem with labeling what it is they have. Cause if I agree to be your girlfriend, then we are exclusive. Then I won't get to be able to, like Hafi said, if you smile at somebody in the trotro, why are you smiling at somebody in the trotro when your happiness is sitting beside you? What is wrong with you?
Really? Sounds possessive.
It doesn't. But it's supposed when we are in a relationship, it's supposed to be exclusive. But because these days the generation we find ourselves in do not want to be exclusive, they have found all of these new terms to use.
Even in marriage, they have what they call open marriages.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what I'm-
shout out to
that's
Will.
what I'm
Shout
saying.
out to Will Smith
So
and
I think
to the Smith family.
this generation having a problem with exclusivity that has brought about all of these things.
Okay, so we can say that people are not looking to be committed or to be held accountable.
Looking at
Is that it?
eating their cake
And having it.
Yes.
Right.
It's like, why should I be exclusive to just one person when there's so much fish in the sea?
You see, back in the day, it was so simple.
It was a rule. There was a rule governing that, right?
Even in, and when you even look at religion and all that, it has its own format. But
Yeah.
of course, people will have issues with it. I mean, for instance, if you talk about Islam, it has its own different, tranches and everything.
Yeah.
But they'll tell you that once you actually spot a girl you actually like, you don't even talk to her. You walk straight to the father.
Yeah.
Oh, I like your daughter. With the elderly, someone, yes, to talk to the dad. And the dad, based on what you have said,
But ask the daughter.
will not even ask the doctor. We'll start making investigations about you, ask you questions that he wants to find, things he wants to know about you.
Okay.
Once he's done satisfying his curiosity, then he goes and then makes further investigations about you. Now, when he finds everything he's found out satisfactory and thinks that you are a good fit for his daughter,
Okay.
that is when he calls you back and then now talks to the daughter. Okay, this is a young man that is interested in you. What do you think? So in all of that, there isn't, let's meet, let's kiss.
No.
From dawn till dusk.
Backyard, yeah. Let's Netflix and chill and all of those things.
Good. It's good you mentioned it. No, so there isn't this frolicking and whatever. You are not
It's
even-
very formal.
I don't know if you get me. The next time she's going to be spending time with anybody, you are going to be spending time as husband and wife, full stop.
Right.
I don't know if you get it. So there's that. But these days, of course, there are different lines of thinking. And so we explore all kinds of things. We are pushing boundaries.
We're talking.
I don't know if you get
That's
me.
the part that actually gets me
Some say-
amazed. What are you talking
They're in the
about?
talking stage, and they
just
could be in the talking stage for God knows how long.
Texting.
No,
all
but
of
you
that.
talk too, don't you?
Oh, I mean, I talk.
Yes. So some would say they talk for so
But-
long.
but-
Now,
but-
even
but-
in the talking stage,
Uh-huh.
they get to know each other, and you realize that it's just one or two, slight differences, and before you know it, they say they are done.
Right.
So maybe they disagree on who would do the chores in the house.
But do we have a timeline on the talking? Like, is there a timeline? Mommy, you've been talking for some time now.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I've been talking for some time now.
You've been talking. Why are you denying it?
Isn't it true? We're being real here.
No.
We're not speaking to avatars. We're speaking to we're speaking to real
Wait,
listeners.
wait, back up.
Sensei, teachers.
Okay, wait,
What
wait.
do you mean by I have been talking for some time now?
No, because anytime we ask you,
They are talking.
you're talking.
You should lead to somewhere.
So exactly.
For all you know,
So-
the talking I'm talking is platonic talking.
Hey,
It's
my
not
friend,
romantic
yes,
talking.
No, but you keep saying it, and it sounds fun whenever you say it.
Oh yes,
But
talking is fun.
and you're talking, so
2
what?
days old.
It is actually. So when you talk,
Yeah.
what's the talking stage like? What is it like?
Oh, so the talking is basically we met. We're having conversations, getting
yes.
to know each other, basically. That is what talking is.
But if you don't like someone that you think you'd want to move further with,
then
I don't think you'd want to talk.
So
Huh?
fine. There are people that you meet, and then outright they come out to say, "This is
Their
I like
intention.
you." Yeah, they show you their intention up front.
Okay.
And then if you're interested in like going forward with a person,
Right.
you tell them, maybe I don't know you that well.
So
I
let's
cannot
talk.
just jump into a relationship
let's
with
talk.
you. That is if there's a little interest there.
Okay.
Do you
What
understand?
starts the interest?
I cannot,
Anything.
It differs
but you
for
can-
and everybody.
But for that, you cannot pinpoint.
Yeah.
What?
You see, a lot of the problem is tied to one thing. And these days, a lot of the relationships are transactional in nature.
What you mean?
Very-
It's business.
Yes.
That is not what we are talking about
No,
right
I'm
now.
saying
You are
it's like-
veering
no,
away.
no.
Don't
For
even bring that in.
For
I
those,
don't even
you see,
targeted you or anything. I'm
I'm
saying something.
Interestingly, hold on.
I will not bring this bit.
No.
But I think it all ties into the whole relationship matter. Now, listen to this. When
wait,
I think
it's
the guys
not
in the
what
studio are
girls-
nodding their heads, they're like, yeah. So
These guys are joking. You think you just get up and look at someone, they execute you, I laugh. No, they don't do that.
Fine.
Uh-huh.
I could be talking to a person because first and foremost, I find them attractive.
okay.
How? Why?
No, but attractive is
Attractive
subjective.
is he's a good looking man.
Please.
Maybe he's dark, he's tall.
Okay.
I like the way his voice sounds.
Right.
He treats me.
That's her.
The
That's
technician
her.
is saying it.
No, but that's her.
That is me.
But in most cases, most of the guys would say, if you're not really I mean, if you really don't have a fat pockets, no
Deep
one.
buckets,
Okay.
deep, endless.
That has
Because-
nothing to do with anything. I mean,
No, it has a lot.
to do
I'm
with
saying,
everything.
but then I'm not saying it's not true.
Yes,
It
it's
is
stammering.
true.
But it
It's
seems
true,
that's like the bigger
But it doesn't apply. You
deal.
cannot tell me it applies to everybody.
90%.
It's just like putting all of
90%, I can tell you.
Well,
Every girl wants to have that. Oh, he's picking me up at 7 today. Oh, why you go? Oh, he'll pick me up. I mean, he wants.
bro.
Yes.
It is not every girl.
Oh, believe.
I
Most.
have, well,
I said
there's
90%.
that.
Would you date a guy who doesn't have a car?
I am talking to a guy who doesn't have a car.
You never told me that.
Why should I tell you everything that goes on in my life?
I'd like to meet him.
So that's what I'm saying. It's dependent. It is because you guys are talking about is 99.9%. There's still 1% of women
obviously,
who
yes.
would date a person based off who they
Yes,
are.
yes,
Oh,
I
yes.
know. They are in
Oh, yeah.
Hollywood.
Wow. So this is all men and then just me.
I don't entirely
The
agree with you.
equation on this conversation is not balanced.
No. But I'm saying that's not entirely true. There are women who would date you for who you are.
For who you are.
But that's like less, 1%, as you said, agreed.
Right.
That's true.
But in as much as I'm dating you for who
Okay,
you
let's-
are,
let's-
Hold on,
the
hold on,
little
Hafiz.
something should be there.
Let's make it
Because
different.
you don't expect I am employed, right? And let's say if I am thinking about like marriage,
Right.
you don't expect me at this point in my life to be dating a guy who is unemployed.
Help him, man.
In this day and age.
Look, you see,
Please.
back to my point. Look, she's landed at my doorstep.
That
I don't know. If, look,
Please.
that's why I said it's
Help him.
it's,
Look,
it's
you see,
transactional. Eh?
Why is it today waiting for my help?
I'm saying that she's landed at my doorstep. My point exactly. These days, a lot of the problems we see, or the complications
In
we see
relationships.
in relationship, is tied to the transactional nature of it.
Your status.
Because at the end of the day, boys or guys are made to understand that I will only be important. What makes you special before her? Of course, maybe she's probably had 1,000 proposals just walking down the street. So what makes you special?
You're good looking. You're tall.
Please.
You're fair.
It can only take
You're
you so
dark.
far. So what are you bringing to the table, they will normally ask. Okay, what makes you stand out? What makes you different?
He has a
And
good job.
Exactly. How are you improving my life?
He has a car.
What sort of association with you would improve my life?
I mean, he travels abroad every now and then.
I mean, so the thing is, so at the end of the day, they weigh these markers, okay? Whoever it is. If it's a guy, he weighs the sexuality bits. So how good looking are you? Oh, can I take you to show off to my parents? Can I take you to my boys? Okay. So it's the sexuality for the guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
How you look.
Your features, all these things.
How endowed you are, basically.
I don't know if you get me. So for the guys, it's about the sexuality.
Right.
But for the ladies, okay.
It's about the security.
Can you provide for me? Can you take care of my needs? Okay. So
In most cases, yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's more like
It's a
give
ball.
and take
It's a
thing.
game. Yeah.
So everyone is just seriously
Looking out for something.
playing some sort of game with this. So and people are always trying not to get hurt.
Okay.
So you have people, two pretenders actually, saying they are in a relationship but not actually committed because at the first sign of trouble, hey, I'm out.
Yeah.
I won't take this, I won't take this. And you'll be surprised at most of the things that ends relationships these days. Oh, he decided to shower and not, clean after himself. He decided to wait. I'm only saying something.
No,
Look.
Don't use that example,
Or maybe
please.
the toothpaste. Wait, the toothpaste. He decided to press it from the middle.
That one is bull. That one is that is crap. Like that's a bunch of crap.
Oh,
like
really?
breaking up with somebody because
Wait, wait.
Okay, have it. That is way overboard, man.
But
But I don't agree with you. But sometimes, I mean,
childish reasons.
but sometimes,
Yeah.
but don't you know people can actually be so low?
I mean, the bathroom bit
Some could actually be so
valid.
low.
It's entirely valid. Because why are you not cleaning after yourself in the
Or you
bathroom?
use a different type of towel. You don't touch my towel.
Now, how can you hide
Wait. I'm only saying that. So these days, I mean, everyone.
Are we saying we're
busy
looking
playing the
for?
game.
Are we looking for perfection in our relationships
That's the
without
word.
love?
That's the word. Perfection. But we forget that everyone carries some form of baggage.
True that.
I have my baggage. She has the baggage.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we are walking around looking for perfect someone. Because at the end of the day, I think relationship is all about
Understanding.
finding someone whose baggage you are willing to carry. Basically.
Okay, to support the person.
I mean, because even the most perfect people, you think, I mean, they'll piss you off every now and then.
Oh yeah.
You won't like them 100%. Yes. So For some, it's probably the way he eats. You like everything he does. He dresses well.
The way he
I mean, you
eats.
present it. Then when he's eating, he eats like a pig. He munches food. It's loud.
Yeah. That could be. That could
And
be
it
annoying.
annoys you.
Yeah. That could be annoying.
Not could be.
And
It
It
is.
is annoying.
Annoys
To
you.
some
But you
people,
look at him.
Everybody.
some don't care.
He's
If you provide the cash,
He's everything.
they wouldn't want to talk
He's
about
everything
it.
you want, but that's just it. Then maybe you also end up as a guy. You meet this lady. Physically, she's good looking, but she's terrible when it comes to dressing. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you look at her. There's like color confusion all over, like brown, blue, and she's like she doesn't take care of herself.
Right.
And you're frustrated, but she's the sweetest person you would ever meet. So what do? Do you just say, okay, you know what?
No, you can't.
Let's end it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. It's either you stick it out or you stick it out.
All right.
That's just it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let me take final words from Mommy. Mommy,
Yeah.
drop it like it's hot.
So they basically, I believe that however a relationship will go, or however a talking stage or whatever it is you're calling it these days will go.
No, not we. You call it
not
talking
me.
too.
It is what it is.
Call it
Okay.
talking stage.
Yeah,
It
talking
is not
stage.
just me. That's
Everybody.
what we are all doing. Because I don't do friends with benefits, but people do friends with benefits.
Yeah.
And people have sneaky links.
Yeah.
And these
What is
are
this sneaky links? What? Okay. I'll
So,
come
you
back
know-
What's
to
that?
this.
okay, so friends with benefits, you're friends, but you're
everybody is.
benefiting on the side. But with sneaky links, you're not actually even friends. You just meet and knock, and everybody goes about
So
their
more like a
merry
one night
way.
stand or
It's not a one night stand. Like it's like
You don't talk for a while. You meet
you
one
don't
day and
talk.
then that's
It's
it.
like you maybe I don't think you if you talk, it's just like, oh hey hi, how are you? Then you meet and you knock, and everybody goes about their business.
That's sneaky leaks.
That's a sneaky link.
Is that on Google?
You can check
All
it
right,
out.
I'll check it out. And
Yeah.
then there's friends with benefits. That's more,
Yeah,
open.
that's the
yeah.
one like we.
It's
know.
more conventional. It's
Conventional for you.
there's a movie. For
What are you
God's
saying?
sake.
What I say?
It's more conventional. I mean, it's everywhere.
Hey, you are the only one on this table.
I mean, it's more conventional. People talk about that every now and
What
then.
do you
We are
mean?
friends with benefits.
Yeah.
Don't you hear it on TV,
Right.
on radio, on social
yes,
media?
but it's not conventional.
To be
They
honest,
talk about it.
I am married. Just put it out. But the point is,
So I think, however,
Subhanallah.
I feel like, however, whatever goes
Alright.
is dependent on the two people.
Okay.
You see somebody, I mean, yes, some people will jump into relationships and see where it goes just because, right?
They're hoping for the best.
Yes, and then somebody would say, let's take our time, get to know each other before we can do all of that. So it's dependent on the two. But it's like these days,
Everything.
we're all
We're
scared.
just
We are all
wailing
so
in.
afraid of exclusivity and, like Hafiz said, getting hit, that we'll rather do all of these stages than actually do the actual relationship.
So where does that take you then if you don't want to get into the relationship?
That's
So nobody's gonna date anymore.
yeah. So it's like people are talking to people and they are knocking people on the side.
Yes,
See, that's why I think when it happens that way, parents are forced to step in. It's the reason they would consistently hound you.
Get
Hey,
married.
where's the guy? Where's the lady?
Who are you talking to?
Exactly.
Right.
Because in their time, maybe, I mean, you shouldn't be, at this
No, at your age,
at
you've
your
given
age.
birth to like 3.
I don't know if you get me. So
Yeah.
when they don't see a guy or a lady around you,
They
then they
start
start to get
asking
worried.
questions, yeah.
Then they start asking, I mean, aren't you putting in enough effort into it, or what? You are not getting enough attention, or what is it? What's the problem? And before you know it, well,
There's a
you know,
guy waiting for you in the lobby.
yes.
Yeah.
And they start to, try to match make you to some, a friend's daughter, a friend's son, and
Right.
you know how it goes.
I
So,
know that. Okay, thank you very much. That's all. That's just about it. This is where time will permit us to go in terms of conversation. So yeah.